Hello again. Thought I'd start this out by showing you some of the Christmas decorations while they're still up. Let's zoom in here. Here you can see manger. It's a new one. Mom picked this up, sort of a liquidation store, I think. Everybody seems kind of pale. I guess that's a ceramic color, but I don't know, like he's a bit more color for being from the desert, I think. Except that guy. He's got a bit of color to him. Various angels, and we got a hanging snowman. There's some more angels. Here's another manger. This is the classic manger. The removable wise man. Let's see here. We got the village here. Little village. Okay. Now here's this guy. Got him at a sale. Thrift store. Candlestick holder. I've been calling him Stumpy. Snow globe. We got hanging Santa here. Hanging near the ceiling fan here. Okay. And we got Christmas mugs, and here's my Mom's Elvis decorations. I'm an Elvis fan. I got her this one last Christmas. So Mom got the Monopoly, the Elvis edition, 75th anniversary. My Amiga 500 station basically just ended up beside my computer here. Just didn't fit well in my room, and anyway, that's where it is now. Here's a couple more decorations. Yeah, here's the tree as it was. Had was it a bigger artificial one, but lost one of the brackets. It got misplaced, so this had to do for this year. Some gingerbread men. Yeah. A reindeer. Lady reindeer, I guess. Yeah, here's something I made a long time ago. And a mantle here. Christmas penguin dances.
Oh, the weather outside is frightful, but the fire is so delightful. And since we've no place to
Snow, let it snow, let it snow. Actually, which it hasn't snowed at all. Most of this rain here. It's kind of dark, but those are Christmas cards up there. Some decals on the glass here. Rise from your grave. Well, the first thing I want to show you is not so much a gift, rather just a pickup that coincided with the season. I was watching the Game Chasers Christmas cartoon. You should go check that out if you haven't seen it, by the way. It's very hilarious. But anyway, in that episode, everybody was gathered around and they were playing NES, and what was on the NES was Gremlins. I was thinking, I really wish I could get Gremlins for NES, and sure enough, I went to my Valley Village, and what should I find but Gremlins 2, the new batch. Yeah, great game, a lot of fun. Sunsoft title. Sunsoft always did great work. Then they do like Shatterhand, and well, I got like part of the box left in here. They took their rental case basically and cut the box down to fit it into the sleeve here. Yeah. This is from that was a Meadows video. That was I rented back in the day a Sega CD from them. Back when it first came out. I was thoroughly impressed with the Sega CD, but I would grow to be disappointed in it, not because of its hardware, just I couldn't find any of the good games for it. Oh, anyway, on to the game. I said, yeah, pretty basic. Sort of a overhead platform shooting kind of game. Yeah, I guess it follows the basic plot of the Gremlins 2 movie. For the most part, it's not too contrived. The only contrived aspect, I would say, is I guess some of the enemies are a little bit stock, you know, like bats and spiders and things. And there's like spikes all over, you know, patches of spikes all over the floor, which, if you ever saw the movie, it doesn't really make any sense why you know, a large business skyscraper would have like patches of spikes, you know, in their elevator lobbies and so forth. So, but you know, other than that, it's a really awesome game. It's got some like really great cinematics. I'll show you a bit of that. box instructions. The card itself is in good shape. It's only some light scratches. Otherwise, the sticker is fully intact. It stood the test of time quite well. Yeah, good shape. Considering this was a rental copy, it's remarkably unabused. Yeah, they made a lot of Gremlins games. I'm particularly keen to try to get the Atari 5200 version. Yeah, I think that one's kind of neat because it's it actually takes the rules from the movie. You know, don't feed them after midnight and keep them dry, and sunlight and things like that. Actually incorporated into the gameplay. That's your main objective in it. Not that this isn't fun, but still, very few licensed games ever took into account, the fiction of the stories that they're based on. My cousin came over for the holidays, and what should he bring from Santa? But no, not a Nintendo 64, but an expansion pack for, let's see, what did it do? It's I guess better frame rates, higher resolution rendering, larger texture libraries than your average cartridge would hold. So that's pretty sweet. Happy to get that. I know a lot of good games use it, like Majora's Mask. I hope to get someday. And let's see. And to what else did I get? But one of the games that uses the expansion pack, Perfect Dark.
Greetings, citizen.
Yeah, here's I guess one of the last of the Rareware games under Nintendo's flag. Well, I don't know that for sure, but it was one of them anyway. Yeah, I like it. Didn't really get its due back in the day. Everybody compared it to, they were expecting GoldenEye 2 or something, but I think this is pretty good. It's got some good level objectives and smooth control. What you expect from makers of GoldenEye, and yeah, pretty top caliber graphics for the Nintendo 64 standards. I think it looks quite nice. Some nice cityscapes that kind of remind me of Blade Runner in a way, but that's probably what they were going for. So, a big thumbs up, and thank you to my cousin. Most generous gift. I love it. Thank you. Or Santa. See, I got some rather shiny sports shorts here, I guess. Some moisturizing cream shave. Guess it's probably good for my skin. A little bit of Drost. Well, Holland Company, anyway. Is it actually made in Holland? Produced by... Nah. No, it says produced by. Anyway, good chocolate. And these 3Ds gummies in Super Mario. Now, I'll open it up, you can have a look. How do you open this thing? In a way it kind of looks like Mario's coffin. Oh. I was thinking like a big jelly or a big gummy Mario, but it's just it's small ones here. Nah, it's probably for the best. I mean, here you get like a variety of characters. And Diddy Kongs, Donkey Kongs, Red Marios, Green Yoshis. Not bad. Feel like, oh, excuse me. Feel like jelly Kool-Aid. The last thing I got here is a multi-purpose soldering gun kit. Let's see, 2 hobby tips, soldering tip, solder, flux, and light. Oh, and light, yeah, light there. Anyway, this will get me started. I'll probably need still need like a soldering pen for probably some of the smaller, finer stuff. But it's a full kit though. So, well, you can see already what it is. My mom got me this. It was got on Craigslist. Good deal. Only $25. The original box, Super Scope 6. Actually, so wide I can't even fit into the frame here. Anyway, box is in pretty good shape. It's mostly intact. Here, I'll just get this sucker out of here. And all the accoutrements. Oops, sorry. And you can see in here the receiver. Seems like most of them have changed color. Every time I see them, they're usually pretty yellowed. But it's in good shape. It's got a little bit of chalk writing on there, but I'll probably strip this down and give it a cleaning because it's got a bit of dirt here and there. The Super Scope 6 cartridge. At the all the parts anyway. I'm pleased to get that. I'll probably do an episode about it, so I'll more on that later. I'm gonna try to get a few more games for it, and then I'll show it off a bit more. Last but not least, an Xbox 360. My sister's family got this for me. They actually had it for about a year. They, I think it was at Best Buy. They were selling like laptops, and you get like a free Xbox with it. So this is the, I guess the basic model, the arcade one. 4 gigabytes of built-in save game memory. No hard drive, so I tried. I wasn't sure if I had a hard drive. The it felt heavy enough to have one, but then I tried an original Xbox game, and you needed the hard drive to do their backwards compatibility emulation. Man, this thing still has quite a bit of weight to it. I'm guessing it's all heat sink or something. But anyway, happy to get that. Anyway, a most generous gift on their part. Can't say I'm not incredibly pleased that they decided not to sell it after all and give it to me. Be my foray back into the current gen of games. So a most wholeheartedly big thank you to my sister's family for this wonderful contribution to my collection of gaming technology. Thank you very much. Oh, on that subject, I guess please leave any comments on suggestions on how to keep it cool. I know that these don't red ring of death nearly as much as the original model of it, but if you have any suggestions on how to keep it cool and living, please tell me. I like it to last as long as possible. I guess my cousin, he found some demos in there on the memory inside, mostly you know, like downloadable games and things like that. Pinball. Peggle, yeah. Had a demo for Peggle on there. So we just, fooled around with that for a while, and then the next day I went out to the electronic boutique to try to find the best, cheapest game I could find for the 360. So I bought Gears of War.
Sweet. Frag out. Lock him up.
I got this for $10. I picked through a few cases to find the best case. I had several copies, but a lot of the cases had like chunks missing out of them. I got this one, which was the best one there. Used a hairdryer to get all the stickers off of it because it's like loaded with stickers, and that worked pretty good. Except for like this really old sticker, the glue is. I had to get some glue gun or something to get that off. That's complete. Disc is in good shape. Only light scratches. I think there was some slight fractures in the middle ring, which I think is just from putting it back into the case. I don't think the actual machine splits the center at all, but I don't see any problem with it in the future. Yeah, this will be my third time playing through Gears of War. I never actually completed it. I did own a 360 originally, and it was a lot of fun, but it died in 6 months, and I basically just, no, 8 months, and I just kind of just gave up on it. Then the second time I was staying with my best friend's best friend, who's well, a friend obviously. Yeah, he let me crash at his place for a while, and he had the Gears of War, and I played again. So this is going to be my third time anyway, playing through this campaign. And I'll finally maybe finish it off. Oh, there goes the phone. Yeah. Big fan of Gears of War. It's a good series. It's surprising, you know, you look at that Cliffy B guy, seems kind of like a douche, but seems to know what he's doing, though. So, what does this mean to the future of my channel? Well, I'm not going to start concentrating on current gen stuff solely, and I'll just, you know, pick up the occasional 360 game when I find a good deal on it. I can't really afford to, you know, plunk down $60 to $80 on Skyrim at the moment. I'm gonna have to wait till it gets like cheaper. But anyway, there'll be you know, the some 360 games featured on my channel now. You know, I'm still doing the retro stuff. Actually, the friend of a friend I mentioned there, he picked up I guess three vintage computers. I found a listing on Craigslist in his neighborhood anyway, and yeah. So in the future, I'll be featuring let's see, a TRS-80, a Tandy 1000, and a Mac LC. I don't know if he watches, but I'll say a big thanks to Jeff and his support for my show for picking those things up and storing them for me. Yeah, thanks a lot, bro. It's just it'll be a nice contribution to my collection there, and expand on the types of games I can show in the future. Now, things are running kind of. It's pretty long. I don't try to make these things long, but if I don't go now, I'm not going to get it up for the New Year's. So happy belated Christmas to all of you, and or happy Hanukkah or happy Kwanzaa. But one thing I can say to all of you is happy New Year. I hope your next year will be prosperous in the year 2012. I'll talk to you later.